Hello everyone, Happy Chinese New Year! I hope everyone had a good rest over the weekend and today you're ready to start the first session of e-learning with me. Okay, so for those of you who I didn't have a chance to meet on Saturday, I'm YY. Like I shared with the class, my interaction with you will be largely virtual because I'm taking the asynchronous session, which is on Thursday, and I'm also going to go through this e-learning session with you synchronously today. So I won't be able to interact with you in a face-to-face setting if I have already missed you on Saturday. Okay, so I thought I would do out this screencast to bring you through the intended learning outcomes for today. Okay, in front of you, you see the slides. A set of this slide has been uploaded to Hildegon so that if you want to download it, you can always download it. For those of you who prefer to hear me narrate, I don't know whether anyone would want to hear me narrate the slides. You can choose to watch the video. The content is similar, okay, but the slides, there aren't any narration, but for this video, this screencast that I'm doing for you, there you can see me narrating. Okay, so teaching technology today, what do we want to cover? Okay, for today, we'll be doing social media. Okay, for those of us who already had a preview of the lesson flow for today, you realize that we are attempting to compare and contrast social media and how we can use social media for teaching and learning. For today, okay, the expected outcomes at the end of this 2 hours e-learning session, you should be able to compare and contrast formal learning to informal learning. So when I ask you what is formal learning, you should be able to tell us, define for us formal learning. And more importantly, because it's teaching in technology, you should be able to recommend certain digital tools which you can incorporate uh, in your formal learning environment and also be able to utilize and capitalize on tools uh, to reach out students in their informal setting, hence informal learning. Okay, in the e-learning lesson later, I will show you a video clip. I thought it's a very good clip by Mimi Ito. Uh, she will attempt to explain a bit more about this notion of informal learning. How does that differentiate from formal learning? Okay, and of course after that, the second learning outcome is that at the end of the session, the participant, that means you, should be able to articulate the role of social media on teaching and learning. Now, this is important because for the e-portfolio component, when you're asked to design a lesson and explore some lesson ideas using some tools that you fancy, if you are interested in using social media, things like Twitter, Facebook, you need to be able to tell us how you intend to use such tools for your teaching and learning. So therefore, for today, you will attempt to discuss the key ideas, the key notions with your peers, and then see if you would like to try to design a lesson using social media, or if you are less adventurous with this regard, maybe you may be interested to explore social media as well as a lesson idea for your e-portfolio. Okay, so moving forward, the first key thing that we need to know is be able to define what is social media. I have here a very simple definition. Essentially, social media is a category of online media where people are talking. Okay, when people participate in some common events, online event, or they share resources, they network, they make friends, and bookmarking. Now, bookmarking simply means that there may be a segment of materials, a segment of resources which you may find interest in. And you want to share this segment of material, not the whole segment, but a specific segment, and use this to share with your friends. Okay, so certain tools that are out that students tend to use, some adults use them also. Uh, these tools are like Diigo, D-I-I-G-O. You can do a search after that if you're interested to find out more. The other one is called Flip Map, I think. It's a magazine whereby you just put in all your URLs and you actually will be able to receive the latest update. Something like RSS feed for those of us who are familiar. So this is actually called this online collection bookmarking is actually called curating, like the museum curator, C-U-R-A-T-I-N-G. So curating is actually a phenomenon that is appearing because of students' exposure to online media. What this happens is students then will search, retrieve, and personalized resources that they find personal interest in. As such, when they collect these resources over time, they have a pool of resources which they can call their own database in a specific area. This is a phenomenon called curating. For teaching in technology, we don't have to venture that far off, but for us, let us just focus on social media and what social media aims to do in teaching and learning. Okay, now if we move to the next slide, I have here a infographic which talks about overview of social media and its perceived impact on the world. Now, sometimes you need to look out at the big picture before you realize the importance of a particular innovation on your local sector. In this case, is education. Okay, so what you need to do is you can click on the infographic. So you click on it, it takes a while to load. When it looks something like that, okay, so don't panic. Okay, what you need to do is click on this and you can actually expand this infographic, and you see here that if you scroll it down, it gives you some digest, okay, some little ideas on how social media actually impacts the economy, how it impacts the music industry, how it impacts marketing, and how it impacts interaction. Now, for some of us in your various areas of expertise, you may already know the importance of social media. In this case, we need to know the importance of social media when it comes to education. So that is actually the gist of the lesson today. Um, you have reached the end of this screencast. After looking at this, it's time for us to head back to Hildegon uh, at 7:45. Okay, that's the latest time where I need everyone back on Hildegon, and I will release the details of the next seminar activity. Okay, I see you back at Hildegon.